Hey, what's happening, family? It's your man, Mark Black. I want to wish everybody a happy hump day before we even get started. Got your joke? Got mine? Let's get into it because today I want to shout out an unsung hero. An unsung hero amongst the American descendants of slaves, or at least somebody who claims to represent American descendants of slaves. This hero is fairly well known throughout the community. College educated, relatively well known. It's been involved in many different circles, doing a lot of different shit. I first became aware of this individual when they were a journalist on CNN, and subsequently got let go from CNN for making some insensitive comments about, he said it was about soccer or whatever, but it was alleged to be about gay people, and so they suspended his ass. Anyway, his career's had ups and downs, but some of the highlights of his career was back in 2016 during the Democratic debates. This motherfucker got embroiled in a scandal to help give Hillary Clinton and others, I think, via Donna Brazile, the questions to the motherfucking debates, so that the candidate that everybody wanted, the corporatist candidate, was the one who was having all the information, be able to just ask all the questions, shine like a diamond on the stage. Since then, his star has fallen a little bit. He used to have a TV show on a little small news station called News One, and but he's still shining strong. One of the baddest motherfuckers we know, constantly having roundtables with petty bourgeois black folk that nobody really gives much of a damn about, talking about topics nobody really gives much of a damn about. But he's so determined. He's like the little turtle that just won't stop. Yeah, I'm talking about Roland Martin. I'm going to keep this one short because there really ain't much to say about this fool except he is completely indicative. He's a prime example, an object lesson of why it is that moving forward, the Democratic Party in general has problems with black folk. You see, there's these people like Roland Martin who get paid, or at least try to get paid, to corral you, like a sheepdog, to keep you firmly and fully thinking whatever the Democratic Party wants you to think. They sometimes will make comments that are completely outrageous, misrepresenting people's positions, or trying to paint certain positions as extreme. Case in point, on Roland's News One show, when he interviewed Dr. Umar Johnson rightly called out this panel of black folk to be coons. Now, for those of you motherfuckers out there who might not be in the know, right, i.e. white folks, black people call each other coons when it's clear that in a public sphere, they're doing shit that goes against the interests of all black folk. Sitting there catering for white acceptance, speaking on the same damn talking points that a lot of white people use, and so on and so forth. So, Brother Umar called one of the panelists a coon. At which point, Roland got in his fees talking about racial epithets. How is calling somebody a traitor to your ethnic group, betraying everything you and yours stand for, a racial epithet? I call that truth telling at its finest. There was another famous interview that this motherfucker gave with Richard Spencer, the leader of the up and coming alt-right. Same old whitest new era. And all throughout this interview, Roland decided that he was going to go hard in the paint. That he was going to make sure that everybody understood what this white man was really about. This whole alt-right shit, right? So he starts asking him all these combative questions, and rightfully so. I mean, shit, he's a white racist motherfucker. We want to know about this shit. But then he gets hit with the most basic of basic GED questions for somebody like you and me. He gets asked, well, are you a black man? And Roland Martin, to no one's surprise, called himself everything under the sun except for black. And that right there is why I'm calling him one of the unsung heroes of the movement. Because Roland Martin, thanks to you, black people nowadays are questioning every motherfucking body. Thanks to people like you, the Democrats ain't got a hope in hell of just throwing some candidate who has hot sauce in their bag, who likes to wobble. That old cultural bullshit they try to fob off on us. Ain't nobody going for that. I mean, how could we forget the infamous butter biscuit dance you did when you interviewed Hillary Clinton? I mean, you want to talk about some classic step and fetch-it shit. Absolutely disgusting. You softballer with the most softball basic GED. Roland, let me give you some hints, man. I've never been a journalist, but I've got a couple of ideas around this journalistic shit. Number one, if I'm going to be interviewing somebody, the point of the interview is to get information so that the audience knows more about this motherfucker when they're done with the interview than they did when they started. So try shutting the fuck up a little bit and letting them talk. But more importantly, keep your biases out of the motherfucking game. We don't give a fuck about what Roland Martin thinks. We really don't. On an individual basis or a collective basis, you are a nobody. You're a mouthpiece. You're a talking head, a face for whatever journalistic organ hires you. So just do that. This is the field you chose to go in. Nobody forced you to become a journalist. But if you're going to be a journalist, have some fucking integrity. At any rate, he hit you with the most softball of softball questions, showing all 32 teeth, happier than a Skippy eating peanut butter. And then at the end of the motherfucking interview, gets up and starts dancing. Straight minstrelsy. It boggles the mind that an educated black man like Roland Martin don't understand, the history of minstrelsy, the whole idea of soft shoeing and buck dancing. I'm shocked that he don't seem to understand that, but he either don't or he don't give a fuck. Either way, he's of no use to us. By the way, and I haven't had a chance to really research this in any detail, but I also heard that he's also a child of immigrants. Not that really makes that much of a difference at this point. Maybe, maybe not. My whole point of it is that at the end of the day, Roland, thanks to you, black people have a new political awakening. We see right through y'all's jive ass like glass. You and the so-called old black media are about as useless as tits on a bull. We see you, and we done with you. That's all I wanted to say on it, family. It's your man, Mark Black. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to click the link. Get your new ADOS coffee cup and support the channel. Until the next time I speak to you, I want to wish you love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to our people.